What's going on, guys? All right, today we're going to be in 1 John 2, 7 through 8. All right, what is old is new. Beloved, I am not writing a new commandment to you, but an old commandment which you have had from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which you have heard. On the other hand, I am writing a new commandment to you, which is true in him and in you, because the darkness is passing away and the true light is already shining. Imagine you're driving down the road and you're listening to the music, and all of a sudden this old song comes up on the radio and that you've probably heard like a million times, and you start jamming to it, right? And you might get out the imaginary drums and start beating on your steering wheel. And if you're bold, or if you're riding by yourself, you're singing the words out loud, because that's how familiar you are with it. But all of a sudden you hear something in the words, and it draws your attention in, and you start listening to the words. And this is like the first time you really understand what that song really meant. And it changes your entire perspective of what that song is about. This is exactly what John is actually saying in his verse here. What is old is new, and it sounds like it's a contradiction, but that's not what John is actually relating to, because the word new that he's using is kenois, which means new in quality. There's actually another Greek word that can be used that describes new in time. So what John is saying is that what you have heard in the past is now a new perspective for you. And so what is the command that actually John is actually referring to? So going back into John 13, 34 through 35, this is where Jesus is speaking to his disciples. And he says to them, and I'm using my paraphrased version here, he says, love each other as I have loved you. Why is that? Why is that important? Because he continues into 35, saying that when others see you loving each other, they will know